Thank you to the Varsity Club. It is an honor. Congratulations to all my fellow inductees. It is humbling to enter the Hall of Fame and to join the ranks of Pete Varney, Trey Hendricks, Ben Crockett, Skylar Mann, and the 39 other ball players that have been inducted into the Harvard Hall of Fame over the 158-year history of Crimson baseball. My path to Harvard was paved by the late, great Joe Walsh. For those of you that knew Joe, Deuce had a ranking criteria that he applied to all of his recruits that had to do with dogs. Hot dogs, puppy dogs, and bulldogs. And as Joe told it, his first impression of me was hot dog after he saw me with my eye black and puka shells and upside down Oakleys and whatever else late 90s, early 2000s major leaguers were wearing at the time. When he read deeper into the scouting report, he thought hot dog puppy dog when he saw my prep school ISL background and my Back Bay mailing address. But I got my name in the Bulldog category and onto that magical list that makes its way across the river when he learned about my Bronx-bred back alley stickball champion father and my St. Anne's Neponset Ave Parish OFD mother. He knew the apple wouldn't fall very far from the tree. You guys have come a long way. There are a lot of people to thank tonight. I'll start with Mr. Vincent and the Dexter School and its motto, our best today, better tomorrow. Those words ingrained themselves on my soul when I was too young to know I was learning anything. To my first high school coach, Uncle Ricky, thank you for putting me on your club team blindly when I was 14 because the hen dog said I was a good ball player. To Mac, Knuckles, Baby Craig, the King Elijah, 50-50, that is all one person. Mac, thank you for teaching me how far my arm and the glove and my bat could take me. I still have those baseballs that you'd give me at the end of every off season to commemorate the early morning hitting sessions we had before anyone got to school, or the late night workouts when you'd keep the weight room open for me long after anyone had gone home or everyone had gone home. To Eddie Bourget, my first coach at BB&N, and Gavin's self-proclaimed guardian angel. Try to hit you all. To Lori, Jesse, T-Butt, Jeff McGann, Kathy, Obi, CA, and Loftus, and the many others from BB&N, thank you for showing me the foundation of this game I love on the Bucky Dome, and for showing me what it is to compete at Morelli Field when we actually played together for the Ram. Thank you to Mr. O'Donnell, Dean Fitz, Billy Cleary, and all the coaches, trainers, administrators, and operations folks at Harvard. Deuce, Grinch, Coach D, Chetty, Artie, Alex, Mo, G-Baby, Quiggs, Stacy, TK, Chuckles, Lister, and Gibson. There are many more. Thank you for allowing me to represent you every time I put on the uniform and took my position at O'Donnell Field. And to Matty Hyde, no ball player can take hundreds of thousands of swings and ground balls without a counterpart who can match that energy and intensity. And my friend, I will treasure those moments of development and breakthrough that only you and I saw. To my roommates, Mackie, Joe, Driscoll, to my teammates, all of my teammates, but most especially Frank, Mo Brown, Bernsey, my friends, the Balistrachis, Dante, if the Boston Globe Spotlight team starts investigating the rapid use of voodoo and baseball magic at Piatelli, I hope it wasn't you and Pat Ryan who first tipped them off. To the Scullys, thank you for bringing us to Milton, to the Johnsons, the Hayes family. If anyone sees me biking around Weano with my shirt tucked in or in my tennis whites, direct all commentary to Caroline and Pat. To the Thorns, the McCaffertys, the Shribmans, and the Fishes. Mike, your honorary Harvard diploma expires when you walk out of this room. Enjoy it. They can all teach you all the handshakes. As that group and so many others will tell you, I was maniacally focused on baseball during my years, and as a result, not very much happened to me with you off the field. And I thank you for never holding that against me. And I'm so grateful that we found our way back into each other's lives in Milton and in Osterville and beyond. And so grateful to have tonight and so many other days and nights in our futures to make new memories together with our families and our friends. To Annie K and TK, everyone in this room should know that my in-laws have not yet recovered from the first time they met their ball-playing, pickup truck driving future son-in-law when I stepped out of a big silver truck on Oakley Road. They had higher expectations when they sent their only daughter to Middlesex and then to Harvard. But rest assured, my parents had the very same reaction when I told them about this cop's daughter from Belmont. To my parents, Gary and Renee, you guys were a far cry from the typical youth sports parents of the day. You let me lead you to the ball fields, and off it, you were always there to sweep us away for a weekend recharge at Squam or at Waterville, or to refuel us with those classic hot dog, egg, and cheese sandwiches, often slathered with Gildan's spicy brown mustard. Dad, thank you for rarely vetoing those annual Baseball Express orders that made their way to you every January or February. And Mom, thank you for sewing those stretchy stirrup things in my pants, my baseball pants, so they'd stay down, and I got to feel just a little bit like a big leaguer. And more than anything, thank you for all your love and support. My brothers, as my father called us, his bunch of animals, and he didn't mean that in a very endearing way. From the Fox Run pasture to Wells Field to the Boston Common to Popolo Field in the North End, we got after it. Josh at first doing his best Big Hurt impression, Adam spinning double plays at second even though you wanted to be in center like Kenny Lofton, and Alex at the hot corner playing the D. You guys, we learned how to compete together. I thank you for a lifetime of brotherhood and inside jokes, and I look forward to another lifetime of more movie lines and more inside jokes that we can share with our sisters-in-law and our next generation. What's up, Coley Fish? To my children, Gavin Galt, Delaney Siobhan, and Madicket Ann, your mother and I dreamed and schemed and talked about you often in the Elliott and Winthrop House dorms long before we got to meet you. Gav, my firstborn, my trailblazer, it was you who reminded me how much I love this game. I'm so proud of you and so thrilled at the prospect of what you have within you to become. But more than anything, I just look forward to being father and son, chasing tuna off Nantucket, chatting high above King Pine on the quad, or just hanging out in the kitchen and making a great meal. Deli, thank heaven for little girls like you, my darling daughter. You relit a fire inside of me the first time I saw your little face, and I knew what it was to be a girl dad. You are sweet as Tupelo honey. And Maddie, my feisty little girl. You are wild and beautiful and powerful like the beach your mother and I named you after, and you are the perfect completion to our family. Look up here, baby. Right up to the moon and back, little blonde hair. I got to be a Harvard baseball player for 3 years, but I get to be your dad for my entire life, and it is the joy of my life. All right, before I land this plane, it cannot, however, be all good news and smiles and happy words. This microphone affords me the chance to call some people out who share a common guilt. A lot of people that I've thanked tonight, when they first heard rumors of that lanky blonde girl who burst into my life just before the season started sophomore year, thought things like, who is Zach staring at down the first baseline? Or when I dug into the box, I heard you guys laughing, saying, wait, he let his girlfriend pick out this walkout music? And why is a kid so obsessed with the number 3 have a small 17 sharpied on his baseball glove? Well, you were all wrong, except for Mackie. Mackie knew from the very beginning. Alzie, you literally had to kick your way into my life on those first days in the Barker Center. And Allison, my best friend, my wife, you have been kicking my butt ever since. I could have done this whole speech with my words for you, but some things are just too sacred to share. I'll say, look at what we've accomplished, look at what we've done. Let's never stop. I love you. Thank you to the Varsity Club for this tremendous distinction. Congratulations to my fellow inductees, and forever thank you to Harvard University for trusting me to live up to the expectations of being a Harvard student. I will always hold up my end of the bargain. Thank you.